Why is he being nice to me all of a sudden? Did he change his mind? Or he has something up his sleeve? I'm kinda scared because of what he's capable of doing, and I don't even know what's going on in his mind, but at least, he said I could stay here till I wanna leave. I better go to my room before he sees me and changes his mind. I wheeled myself to the elevator and went upstairs to my room. I need something from the government. They have enough money, but they're still neglecting my words. Too bad. I'm going to hit them the hard way. What I asked for was just a private plane, not that I can't afford it, but because I've been silent for a while, it's time to tell them that I'm still here. Roberto, get 20 bombs ready. And I need 15 men. It's high time we visit somewhere. Okay boss. He moved away and I looked into the television. Whenever you see me in my hideout and I'm not standing, then I'm on my rocking chair. You can just call it my evil chair. One of my men walked in. Bad boy, you have a call from the Minister of Education. That son of a bitch still owes me. I took the phone. Hello Minister. Bad boy, I need you to do something right now. I won't. I'll send you your balance now. Now you're talking. So what do you want me to do? Kidnap the president's daughter. How much? Remember, not less than 2 million. One cell phone with arrow. I'll pay you 3 million. Plus my 1 million balance. That's 4 million. Why do you want her kidnapped? It's none of your business. Just have her kidnapped. I'm a terrorist doesn't mean I don't have dignity. I don't do things like that. Tell me why you want her kidnapped and I'll see if it's reasonable. Because we want the president to step down. You and who? Ministers and governors. We don't want him to rule, and we'll kidnap his daughter and won't release her until he steps down. Okay, I'm in. We'll get back to you. I hung up and stood. Roberto came. Is it ready? He nodded. I brought out a cigarette and lighted it. Let's go to the new government building project. I poked the cigarette into my mouth and walked out with my men. Ron, what? No way. Bad boy is getting way ahead of me. How can he bomb up a whole building project? The cars in the government house were completely burned down. He even proceeded to the government bank, sent everybody out and burnt it down. And now he's threatening the government that he'll even kill innocent people if the government doesn't respond to him. And the stupid government is trying to respond to him. If they do, then I'm doomed. No one would acknowledge me at all. My terrorism will die down because bad boy will take the lead. I can't let that idiot be over me again. I also heard that he got a project to smuggle in weapons and the government didn't say anything. What a stupid government. I'll make sure I deal with bad boy first. With bad boy out of the way, I'll be the greatest terrorist leader in the whole of the country. But what will I use to get him down? That moron has always been one step ahead of me. I need to get an inside man this time. Kick, send in the new recruits. Sir, we haven't gotten any new recruits for months now. They're all going for bad boy. I banged my fist angrily on the chair handle. Then get someone who isn't known to be part of my men. Someone who I can trust. How about Byron? He's the guy in charge of the weapons. He doesn't go out much, he just distributes the weapons and orders more. Good. Call him for me. Left and I watched the television in anger. WHAAAAT. I stormed out of the chair. The president's daughter has been abducted. Who else could do this? Only bad boy can. If it's not me, then it's him. We're the only ones that can take such risks. How can bad boy do all these in one day? Came back with the guy. I smirked. The guy looked smart and evil as slow poison. Bye Ryan, I need you to do something important for me. I hope I can trust you. Bye Ryan, yes boss. Good, I need you to join the Vipers and be my inside man. Tell me their every move and keep an eye on bad boy. He said he'll be back by nighttime and he's not yet back. Was he joking earlier? And I watched the news. I heard about the mass destruction and it was accounted to him. Protestant crowded the streets this evening, telling the government to give him what he wants so he won't come after their lives. But he's really smart though. A maid walked in. Mom, there's a call for you. A call for me? How? There's no one that can call me. The caller said he wanted to talk to you. I nodded and took the house cell phone from her. Hello. Rosa, why did you keep me waiting before? You picked up. Huh? Excuse me? Who am I speaking with? Crazy girl, you don't know my voice. Bad boy. I gasped and covered my mouth. Bad boy. No, I'm a good boy. Ha ha. Open the door for me. I looked at the door. Are you here already? Open the door. I dropped the phone and wheeled to the door. I stretched forth and opened it, but no one was there. I wheeled outside and looked around. That was when his car drove in. Roughly, he came out with a white bag and jammed the door. He looked forward and saw me. He smiled and began to walk towards me. He wasn't walking properly. Hey, Rosa. How are you? He's drunk again. I'm fine. Why are you late? 'Cause I was busy. He smiled sheepishly. I shook my head in pity and turned my wheelchair around, then wheeled inside. Just so you'll know, my wheelchair is automatic. I just press a few buttons and it starts working. Hey, are you walking out on me? No, I can't walk. He entered inside and closed the door. Today was so awesome. I got lots of money. For kidnapping the president's daughter, right? Yeah, how did you know? I didn't answer. I just wanted to go upstairs and rest. I bought something for you. I turned immediately. You bought something for me? Yes. He lifted up the bag. I wheeled to him. Let me see it. He handed it to me and I opened it. OMG, I brought out a big teddy bear. It had a pink bow tie, but it was white in color. It's cute, like you. I looked at him and he slumped over to the black sofa, then closed his eyes. He must be really tired. Thanks. I was secretly blushing. My wheelchair suddenly began to move on its own and I wasn't controlling it. I began to panic. My wheelchair is moving on its own. It's malfunctioning. Bad boy didn't answer. He just covered his eye with one hand and the other eye was closed. The wheelchair was taking me to his side. I wanted to run off, but I couldn't walk. I began to hear him chuckle. Ha! He lifted up a remote control and began to press it. My wheelchair went backwards, then came forward, then it began to go round and round. I was screaming. My teddy even fell off. Finally it stopped and I was feeling so dizzy that I couldn't open my eyes. I felt like I was still going round. Bad boy was laughing. He stood up and walked to my teddy, took it up and kept it on the sofa. Are you still dizzy? He squatted beside me. I frowned and tried to push him away, but he didn't move. Oops, I'm stronger than you. He laughed and I stopped frowning. He held my hands. Are you feeling sleepy? I shook my head. Good. He pulled me up. What are you doing? He pulled me up on my feet. My leg began to hurt me a little. Bad boy held my waist and my heart dropped off my chest. I'm too close to him and I'm terribly scared. Are you scared? I swallowed a lump in my throat. Don't worry. I won't hurt you. I'm just helping you to exercise your leg. You need to start trying to walk around. He began to move backwards slowly. I followed him painfully. I can't do it. Stop, please. He didn't answer me. He just kept moving. Since he was holding me, I couldn't help but move too. He turned me around, still holding my waist with his hands. I placed my hands on his arms. Just try to move, okay? He rested his head behind my ear. We slowly moved towards the television. My legs were shaky, so I held onto his arms tightly. My legs are so weak. It's because they've been staying idle for almost a week. Don't I need to see a doctor? You will, next week. I'm thirsty. Let's move to the kitchen then. We won't get there today. He laughed and we turned to the kitchen side. I looked at the wall clock. It was already 11 p.m. I wonder why I'm not sleepy. We finally got to the kitchen after about 10 minutes. If it was my wheelchair, it will take me not less than a minute. He made me hold onto the counter and went to get the drinks himself. He gave me a glass of pineapple juice and one other in his hand. I can't even remember the last time I took something like this. What? Why? He chuckled. It's late already. You should be in bed. I nodded and gulped down my juice. He dropped his cup and I did same. He swerved me up into his arms and my eyes widened. I'll take you up the stairs, then we'll walk to your room. Why don't I just use the wheelchair? I make the decisions here. He took me up the stairs to the hallway, then dropped me. He held my hand over his shoulder and the other hand on my waist. We walked silently to my room. He dropped me on the bed and gave me my nightie that hung on the closet door knob. Change and I'll bring your teddy for you. I smiled and took it. He left and I picked my crutches. I still have my crutches, but I use it only when I'm in my room, especially when I want to bath or wear my clothes. I wasted some time downstairs because of a call I got from Fedora, Mr. Yoon's daughter. Fedora is my only female friend. We talk a lot and she's more like a gangster too. She's actually a porn star based in USA. She's the reason why Mr. Yoon and I are partners in crime. Whenever Fedora and I are together, we're always talking dirty, and when we're not talking dirty, we're doing the dirty. Whenever she's around, I don't go out with any bitch at all. But she's been away for 2 months now, but she just said she's coming back next week. It's a good thing. Please watch out for part 5.